Assalamualaikum, dear students and viewers. Welcome to my English class. This is Mehdi Hassan before you, lecturer in English, Hajim Israeli Degree College. Hope that you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. We all know that the world is passing through a great crisis, that is the attack of COVID-19. But at the same time, I think that the students can take it very positively by studying properly. Today, I have decided to take a class on a very important topic of English second paper or English grammar, and the name of the topic is right form of verb, which is very important for each and every students. Right form of verb means putting proper verb in a proper way, because we know that there are many types of verbs, or there are many forms of verb, that is the present form, past participle form, gerund form, infinitive form, base form, etc. For this, in this part, we have to choose or select one verb for one sentence which is grammatically correct, and in order to select correct form of verbs, we must know the rules of right form of verb. Okay, my dear students, without any delay, I would like to start my class. Look at the board. Rule number 1. Subject plus verb 1 plus object. Here, one thing I should mention, that if the subject is third person and singular, we all should add s or yes after the verb word. For your better understanding, I repeat it. If the sentence structure is like that, subject plus verb 1 plus object, in that very case, we should bear in mind that if the subject is third person and singular in number, we must add s or yes after the verb word. Or if the subject is first person or second person or third person in plural number, we need not use s or yes after the verb word. So, for our proper understanding, I have selected two examples. Now, my dear student, look at the board. The sun rise in the east. The sun rise in the east. Here, we have seen that there is a verb in bracket, and that is rise. Now, we should look at the subject. And the subject is the sun, which is third person and singular in number. As the subject is third person and singular in number, we must add s, and then rise will turn into rises. The sun rises in the east. The correct sentence will be the sun rises in the east. Okay, next come to our second example. My grandfather preferred music of ancient time. Here, if we look at the subject, we will see that my grandmother, this word is third person and singular in number. So, we should add s after the verb word. The correct form of prefer will be prefers. My grandmother prefers music of ancient times. Rule number 2. If we find words like daily, regularly, often, sometimes, usually, always, generally, etc. in a sentence, the sentence structure must be in present indefinite tense structure. That is, subject plus verb 1 plus object. And if the subject is third person in singular, we must add s or yes after the verb word that I have mentioned in rule 1. For our better understanding, we should look at the board, and in the board I have provided 2 examples which will be very beneficial for you. He always disturbed the class. In this sentence, we notice the presence of always, and on account of the presence of always, the sentence structure must be present indefinite tense structure. As the sentence structure will be present indefinite tense structure, we must look at the subject, and we have seen that the subject is he. As the subject is third person and singular number, we must add s or es. Then the correct form of verb will be disturbs. Okay, come to the next example. Generally, he takes tea twice a day. In this sentence, we notice a word at the beginning of the sentence, that is generally, and for this word, the sentence structure will be in present indefinite tense structure. As the sentence will be in present indefinite tense structure, we should look at the subject. And again, we have seen that the subject is third person and singular in number. As the subject is third person and singular in number, we should add s or s after the verb word. Then take will turn into takes. Rule number 3. If we find words or phrase like now, at this moment, growingly, day by day, gradually, etc. in a sentence, the sentence structure must be in present continuous tense structure, and the structure of present continuous tense is subject plus am or is or are plus verb ing plus object. Most often it is seen that the student hesitate selecting is or are. To facilitate their problem, I have efforted in a way. We should use am with I, is with he, she, it, and singular noun. We use are with you, with they, and plural noun. Okay, my dear students, it's a time to provide an example. Bangladesh developed day by day. In this sentence, we notice the presence of day by day, and from the rule, we all know that if we find day by day, the sentence structure will be in present continuous tense structure. And the structure of present continuous tense is subject plus am or is or are plus verb ing plus object. As the subject Bangladesh is singular noun, it takes is with it. The correct verb will be is developing. Dear students, look at the board. Rule number 4. Had better, late, had rather, would better, would rather, must, need, dare, can, may, could, should, might. These are modals and semi-modals. And after these modals and semi-modals, the principal verb must be in base form. Do you know what is the base form of the verb? Base form of a verb is such present form of verb which does not take any s or yes at the end of this verb if the subject is third person and singular. Even this types of verb does not take any gerund or infinitive form. Okay, let's have an example. At the time of corona pandemic, we all had better stay at home. After reading the example, we have seen that in the bracket there is a verb stay, which is already in base form. And after reading or after knowing the rules, we have come to know that after had better, the principal verb must be in base form. And in the bracket, the question setters already have provided correct answer in the question. Sometimes it might be happen that there may be correct answer in the question paper. In that very case, we should be very cautious in answering. Sometimes it is happen to test the talent of students. So the correct answer will be stay, which is already existed in the question paper. Rule number 5. If we find words or phrase like yet, just, already, ever, till now, lately, recently in a sentence, then the sentence structure must be in present perfect tense. And the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus have or has plus verb 3 plus object. In this structure, the students are most often hesitate to choose have or has. To facilitate this problem of students, I have efforted in this way. Generally, I, we, you, they and plural noun take have verb. On the other hand, she, he, it and singular noun take has verb. Okay? Now, it's the time to provide an example. I received your email just now. After reading the example, we have seen that in the example there is a phrase at the end of the sentence, just now. And for the presence of just now, the sentence structure will be present perfect tense structure according to the rule. Then the correct form of verb will be have received, because a moment ago we come to know that I takes have auxiliary. So the correct form of verb will be have received, and then the sentence will be I have received your email just now. For the betterment of student, I repeat the structure or rule again. If we find just now, yet, already, ever, till now, lately, recently, so far, of late in a sentence, then the sentence structure must be in present perfect tense. And the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus have or has plus verb plus object. Rule number 6. If we find words or verbs like miss, mind, work, cannot help, could not help, feel like, dislike, avoid, deny, etc. in a sentence. And we should bear in mind that if any verb comes after these types of verbs or words or phrase, then the verb must be in ing form. Okay, let's have an example. Since it is raining, I feel like soaked in the rain. From the example, we have seen in bracket a verb that is soak, and before the verb there is a phrase that is feel like, and from the rule we have come to know that after feel like the verb must be in ing form. That's why the correct form of soak will be soaking. Hope that you all understand the rule well. Expect that you will practice right form of verb more and more at your home, and it is my suggestion to all my students that you all should stay home, stay safe. That's all for today.